It's still raining a little bit. I take off my coat and hold it over Mary's head.
Such a gentleman.
Let's get you home. Mary and I walk in silence up the street towards the cul-de-sac. I have no idea what to say to her, for fear she might hit on me. Or not. What did the bartender mean by ain't her thing?
Sorry to have you see me like this. I'm usually not. I know. Joseph doesn't like it when I just. Sorry.
It's alright.
I'm sorry if I'm ever mean to you.
It's alright.
No, it's not. I know it's not. I'm having a really. Forget it.
As we get to the cul-de-sac, I can feel Mary starting to slow down. By the time we arrive at the doorstep, she pulls away from me.
Wait, can we just. Hold on.
What's wrong?
How about another drink? Old time's sake.
Come on, Mary, it's bedtime. Mary looks me up and down, giving me a half smile.
You're right.
She pulls me in close for a hug, holding on to me for a little longer than feels appropriate. She mumbles into my chest.
You're a good kid. Thanks for the company.
Mary gives me a pat on the back, straightens out her sweater, and walks the rest of the way to the front door herself. Huh.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Final date with Damien.
Yay! Yes.
Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicate by post instead of through Dadbook. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no.
Hanging out with that goth dad again?
Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes,
Be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household that one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power.
yes, Amanda, I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Turn into a bat.
I don't think...
What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat?
Well, okay, I'm off.
Are you taking a car, or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat?
One of those. While I'm out, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That would be great.
I'm keeping it there as insurance. You understand, right?
That's my girl. Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting. Damien's cloak. He hates it when people call it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is going to seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black?
Gothic subculture. Fuck. Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. Would. Interestingly enough, though, that was in the Victorian era. Queen Victoria's. Why does that sound weird to me? Interestingly enough, though, that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life or something?
I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe that the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept death as simply a part of living. I love all of his expressions. He's so adorable.
Mm-hmm.
It's a single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I'm going to die, you are going to die, and life carries on without us.
Doesn't that make you feel scared?
Not at all. Without the advances of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to take elaborately staged photographs of their dead relatives. The minutiae of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed accessible based on who in your life had passed, and how long it had been since they had passed, and who you were, and your status, and it was weird. Now we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent of these formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. Hashtag fucking truth. So no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is a brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live, despite that, I think, is a noble existence. Let's save the mourning for the dead.
Wow, that's beautiful. I can see the moonlight in the bay glint off of Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look to Damien again and can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so.
I'm so sorry I have to take this.
Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucien again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
What?
There's an emergency.
Lucien?
No, thankfully, but I must take my leave.
Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help?
Dads do have to stick together, right?
You know it.
Then come. There isn't time to waste.
After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a rundown building on the outskirts of town. Where are we?
It's better if I just show you.
I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript I'm still unsure what kind of place this is.
Wait here for a moment. I'll be right back.
Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of this seemingly empty building.
The baby gate.
Yeah. Distant howls echo from some place I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on tile. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fences, sticking their noses through to sniff at the air. What have I gotten myself into?
An animal shelter.
Suddenly, the lights shut off. I panic. Unsure of where I am or how I can get out, I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on.
Hey, sailor.
Mary, what are you doing here?
You weren't here for the Fight Club?
I don't want to get punched in the face.
Hey.
Great, because this is an animal shelter.
A what?
We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in?
Oh, Sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at the animal shelter.
Come on.
Wow. Okay, kid, way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this baloney? Just one moment.
Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows, I see...
A nerd.
Damien?
Hey. Hello, pouty face again.
It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victoria-era clothing, no makeup.
I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a realty company. I wear tennis shoes to work, and I listen to Bruce Springsteen, and I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at storage solutions, and I Volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. Oh, baby. No, you're not. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and the goth lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am, and I need you to know that.
Oh,
Hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to. Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordelia. Again?
Who's Duchess Cordelia?
She's one of the pups. Gets out all the time. She somehow learned how to open doors, and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning, I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she had already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you two to go and find her. Of course.
Where could she be?
She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map.
Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form.
She's very smart, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she turns into a werewolf and starts eating people.
What?
You're a perfect little peach, Reese. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold.
Oh.
I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road.
Damien and I look over the map that Mary created for us. Oh man, I'm Nerd's house?
At least you're not other nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. I like that we actually live next door to Matt.
Yeah.
Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first?
Well, let's go start at the cul-de-sac and make our way down.
It's closest, too.
Damien and I exit the parking lot and start driving toward town. I look over to him. He seems concerned. Shouldn't be too hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup.
Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was a really great year for the bark. Bark, 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 bark. Bark. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Reese? Abandon all hope, ye who enter here, for we chase pupper.
But lo, look upon God's creation, and retch with horror at what he hath forsaken. Hell is empty, and the devils are all here. What the fuck?
They couldn't make it at least come out from behind his portrait. Just eggplants and squirty bits everywhere. Nice.
I thought that would cheer you up.
Let's just hope for the best.
We got this. We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems to be pretty normal. Looks like Brian's doing some yard work. We pull into Brian's driveway and hop out.
Hey, don't step on the grass. I just mowed.
Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today?
Aside from your underwater lawn?
Ooh, here we go.
God damn it.
How dare you? I take my lawn care very seriously.
Reese, please. You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you? Well, a little while ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's going to take forever to re-till the soil.
That could be a dog. Or a rather feisty raccoon.
Really feisty raccoon. Whatever it must have been hungry, ate all of my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Maybe not Reese, though.
Yeah.
Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere.
To the coffee spoon.
To the coffee spoon.
We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt. I love you.
We love you! Didn't expect to see you two today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? Actually, yeah, I caught one digging through the trash earlier. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though.
Did you see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second.
Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of cold, old grateful banana bread. Want to take some for the road, just in case?
Sure thing. Matt packages up a slice. Thanks for the slice. The road slice. This banana bread is going to be so good.
I think he meant to give it to you to feed for the fucking food dog.
Right. I meant it's going to be
Howdy
so
face.
good for the dog to eat.
Howdy face.
I feel like we're on the right track. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
You think? If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time.
Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any?
Lucian is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life, so for that I am grateful.
There's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy.
Splendid attitude. Let's not waste any more time.
Verily. Softball field.
Helly ho!
We drive to the softball field. It looks like Craig's team is practicing. I wonder if any of the kids saw something. Craig spots us and jogs over, softball bat slung over his shoulder.
Oh.
Goddamn jogging pants still in place.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Hi,
Rose,
River.
what's up? And the baby.
Craig, you wouldn't have happened to see a dog around here, have you?
Is it safe for him to have a baby slung on his chest when he's playing
No.
softball? I didn't think so. One escaped from the animal shelter and we're trying to locate her. I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something.
Nice.
Girls! Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Lucian's dad.
We have names.
Girls, have you seen any dogs around? There was a big dog here earlier. She ran off a while ago, so I don't think she had an owner, but it really wanted to play. We tried to play fetch with her, but she just took the softball and ran. I think she ate it, actually. She was a lot of dog.
Nice.
Here, take another softball. Might come in handy later. Many thanks, Craig.
Bayside.
Just go down the list.
We arrived back at the Bayside. Just like old times, eh?
I remember it as if it were yesterday. I mean, earlier today.
So what do you think? Any sign of the pooch?
None yet, although who knows if she made it onto any of these ships.
The Duchess would do that?
I wouldn't put it past her to know how to navigate in rough seas and without a compass. Very smart. Is she actually a dog? This is a hell of a thing for a dog to do. Pops?
Damien and I turned to see my daughter. Amanda, what are you doing here?
Do you think I just stayed inside all day, vegging out on the couch and watching TV?
Oh, sorry. What are you doing?
I'm heading home to go veg out on the couch and watch TV. Had to get a burrito first. Young miss, have you seen a dog around here? Oh, you bet. I saw a Pomeranian with a bow around its neck. Saw a big old Doberman named Henry. There was a stroller full of Yorkies, a Greyhound, and a Golden Retriever.
Did you see a Mastiff anywhere?
No dice. I definitely would have remembered that. I gotta run though. This Rito has about 10 minutes before the cheese breaks down the molecular structure of the tortilla and makes it all soggy. You understand.
I do?
Of course. Have a lovely evening, Mrs. Indra.
Matt said the Duchess went east from the coffee spoon, but there's no sign of her here.
I suppose we need to go not so east? I fear that the hours are growing short. We must make haste if we're to find the Duchess by sundown.
Damien's looking more stressed out by the minute. I gotta think of something to lighten up the mood.
How many goths does it take to screw in a light bulb? I don't know. How many?
1. Goths are very capable, especially when looking for a dog.
Nerds.
Damien smiles to himself. I keep reading Damien directions on the map as we drive around town.